Hello ladies and gentlemen, Noto the Nomad coming to you with another video. And in today's video we're going to discuss lists of the best things to have while working for Yellowstone National Park for seasonal work. So I'm guessing if you stumbled across this video that it might be close to that time when it's time to go on probably do your first summer bid, or you might just want to do some reiteration or something like that, and you might want to know what you might need to work for the seasonal work at Yellowstone National Park. My bad. So I got a couple of things that I wish that I knew before I got there, and these things will really help you out. So the first thing on this list is a fan. A fan, trust me, believe, like, oh, he's talking about a fan. What do I need a fan for? And the thing is, the misconception is once you get there, you think that it's all cold. That's the illusion. Once you get there, it's cold. Most likely it's going to be some snow on the ground. It's going to be snowy and really cold. So the last thing going to be on your mind is a fan, right? But as time goes on throughout the season, it will get hot. I'm going to tell you right now, it will get hot. I guarantee you. And you're going to wish you had that fan, because all of the dorms, they don't have air conditioner. The dorms don't have air conditioner. So I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to need you like a box fan, a small fan that can operate, and so you can stay cool at night and during the day or whatever. Mostly during the day, but at night they can even opening the window don't even help because the air be so dry. So I'm telling you now, you're going to need a fan. You're going to need a fan. It's best to have one right then than to be trying to scramble and find one when it gets hot and you're going night after night trying, sweating and not being able to sleep or sit in your room because it's so hot. So I'm gonna tell you right now, a fan is very essential. You might not think it when you first get there, but I'm telling you now, a fan, you will need one. The second thing on the list is a flashlight. And even though because at night it really gets really dark around there, especially like in the Old Faithful national, the Old Faithful part of the park. Because this is why I'm speaking from the Old Faithful. I'm not sure about the other parts of the park, so it's mostly for the Old Faithful employees that I'm talking to right here. But I'm pretty sure this can really help others across the park as well, because it'd be really dark zones when you're walking back from the dorms from the EDR, or you're walking back from work or wherever. The roads can be pretty dark and the lights don't really light up everything, so there are some dark zones, and you can have your phone flashlight, but a real flashlight will last better than your regular phone flashlight. I would say that for sure. So I'm gonna say get like a real flashlight, a flashlight that's really pretty strong and that can reach a good amount of whatever, because there's wildlife, there's all this kind of stuff around as well when you in Yellowstone. So the last thing you want to do is just for awareness, have a nice bright flashlight, a real flashlight, not just your phone. Now if your phone flashlight can brighten up really flag, you can use that in certain zones, but I recommend getting a real flashlight. There's a big difference, trust and believe me on that. And the third thing on the list will be an umbrella / a raincoat for rain and snow. See, the thing is right here, the thing about umbrellas is nobody never think you need an umbrella until you need an umbrella. I'm gonna tell you one thing. This is one thing I've learned throughout life. Like especially when it rains, you never think about the umbrella until it rains. You never think about none of that, like having a raincoat or nothing like that. So I'm gonna tell you right now, even when it's snowing, you think you can walk in out there with your cotton on and stuff like that. When the snow hits you and lands on your clothes, it will turn to water and it will soak you up and get you soaking wet. I thought I could walk out there with my woolly jacket and covered in snow, yeah, but I got inside the building, it was soaking wet just about. So I'm gonna tell you now, just wearing those regular coats out there in the snow, it's not ideal. I would put it like that. It's not ideal when it's just regular snow because it will melt onto you. But if it's something that's not a big problem for you, that's fine. But for me, that was definitely another big problem, because I don't like being wet in dry places. To be honest, that's like a kind of a heebie-jeebie feeling for me. So I don't want to be in that type of situation. Now, as far as the umbrellas, definitely you need to just have an umbrella on you just about at all times. I'm gonna tell you right now, even when the forecast says 0% of rain. Everybody know that in Yellowstone, especially in the Old Faithful area, I'm not sure, that area, oh my goodness. The weather can be very misleading looking at the forecast. I've seen times when there was 0% of chance for rain. But if you see any clouds in the sky, bring your umbrella. Or if you carry a bag with you at all times, always have your umbrella with you. I always have it. I'm telling you, it's been so many times when it was so sunny outside, not a cloud in the sky. And a few 10, 15 minutes later, the clouds had started gathering, it started raining and drizzling. I mean, it's been so many times where I was sitting there watching Old Faithful about to erupt, and the rain was starting to catch everybody because they thought everything was sweet, and I had my umbrella right with me. And I'm sitting there watching everybody scramble around while I got my umbrella, and the guy just starts going off. And I just hate to be doing that, but I don't be like, hey, I can't shelter everybody. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this can help you when you get into work as well and all that stuff. So you see it raining, you can still walk when you got you a nice good umbrella. You know, that won't be a thing that'll stop you from being able to get, you know, it's just certain things like you want to leave and you just, well, I can't leave because I ain't got nothing to cover. Trust me, umbrella is very, very resourceful. I'm talking about a nice, good, big one. Sometimes you can have a small one as well, but I'm talking about like just a nice sturdy one too, because the winds get really real out there too. So I'm gonna tell you right now. So sometimes it's having a raincoat or an umbrella, whatever works for you, but the umbrella you can carry around more so, it's more compact, it's something that you can pack, it's way better. So I would say like that, an umbrella is very resourceful, way more than you think. So trust and believe me on that. And the next thing on the list will be Tupperware containers. Yes, Tupperware containers on those nights when you really want to eat, because think about it, the EDR, you eat there at like 7:30. From the last meal I believe is served at like 6:30. And besides, if you're not like much of a snacker or you want something to eat, or you might want something extra, or you might not even be hungry at the times when they're serving the food. So you might just want to get some Tupperware to get something for later. And yes, you are allowed to bring Tupperware in there and pack some of the food that you're going to get out of the employee dining room, the EDR, and pack it for later and eat your food that you're going to eat there as well, or if whatever. Even if you just pack a couple of sandwiches or something in like some Ziploc bags or whatever, bring some Tupperware and have some stuff like that you can be able to pack over, because that'll be definitely very resourceful. And I was kind of mad that I didn't take advantage of that at first, because I was like, dang, it's real resourceful. And those nights when you're not hungry at dinner time or along the hours of dinner time, but later on that night you might be like hungry, like, dang, I'm hungry, but I don't want to feel like eating snacks. Like, I'm not feeling snackish. I actually want real food. So what do you do then? You see what I'm saying? So having a Tupperware containers and stuff like that to have food, bro, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very resourceful. Tupperware. Yes, you will thank me later. And next thing is to store the Tupperware in is a mini fridge and a microwave to warm things up. Now I'm telling you right now, for the dorms, they don't necessarily have like a group microwave. And even if we did have group microwaves, they had it sometimes, but the maintenance of the microwave wasn't kept up, so they would take the microwaves away, the community microwaves we had, so you know everybody wasn't taking care of it. So it's best to have your own personal microwave so you don't have to depend on anybody and stuff like that. If you want to end up warming up your food, you might have some canned goods or something like that, or the stuff that you brought from the Tupperware containers that I mentioned earlier to heat up later and stuff like that. It's definitely very resourceful to have your microwave, and to have the mini fridge just to keep your things cold, keep your things, be able to store your things. Yes, I wish I would have taken advantage of that as well. I wish I would have had that, or know somebody that have a mini fridge or something, or if somebody's selling anything or a free box, or just ask around. Trust and believe me, you ask and you shall receive. You people are really good with information around, and if you want to be able to buy a mini fridge or whatever, have it ready or have it delivered or whatever you want to do, I'm telling you right now, that is a great investment. Having a mini fridge and a microwave, oh my goodness, and that fan. Oh my goodness. But it's to be able to store that is just so resourceful. I'm telling you right now. And when you look at everything and be like, dang, yeah, I can store my food in here. It's like that. It's one of those things that you don't know until you got it. You know, you be like, dang, it would have been good if I had me a fridge. Warm up my food. You know how many nights I had to run around trying to find a microwave to warm up some food? Like, it was crazy. It was some times where I had to use other people's fridge. It's just like, it's not the same as having your own. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Or share one with you and your roommate. So that's really nice as well. So the next one is this. This is a game changer right here. Portable chargers. Portable chargers right here. I'm telling you guys. I wish I'd have known this. Because this is where it really got me. Is, you know, sometimes when you walking on the basin and it's a real long way, or you walking on a hike, and I got mad because I got to a certain part where I wanted to tape some scenery, but my phone battery was dying, or my camera battery was dying, or whatever. So like, dang, I wish I could get this footage and I want to record it in 4K, but I don't have enough battery to really capture all this stuff, and I got to keep the battery just in case I might want to call or something like that. I'm telling you right now, portable charger, I would say get 2 of them. 2 portable chargers, one of the best investments you will make. I'm telling you, portable chargers. And then when you get the portable chargers, keep one charged up, keep one on the phone, and just have them there, so you know whenever you want to get out there and you get far out on the hike and you got like a couple mile, 5 mile hike, 6 mile, you don't got to worry about running out of battery at all for phones, none of that stuff. So you can be able to communicate and all that. So that's the last thing you want happening is your phones and all your devices dying out when you're far into a hike or something like that. Even though sometimes you don't have phone service, but it's still like if you want to get the scenery and stuff like that, and you don't want to have, the last thing you want to worry about is a dying battery. Trust and believe me on that. Like when you get those portable chargers, game changer, man, game changer. Because like it's so many times I went out there and my phone was dying. I was like, dang, I got so far out here. The first time I went out to the Morning Glory pool, my phone was dying. I barely was able to get footage. I wanted to get footage on the way there and back, but I couldn't get it all because my phone was dying. So I had to walk all the way back and had to do it another day or two. You know, it's just resourceful to have your portable charger. And there's other hikes that are way longer than just walking that trail. So you way out there and you can't capture any footage. I'm just telling you now, having those portable chargers, I say at least have two of them that's fully charged. So I'm telling you right now that's very resourceful. The next thing on that list is Ziploc bags or plastic bags to protect the electronic devices. And that's another thing as well. This one thing I learned. I'm gonna tell you this story right here because I used to be in the marching band, and what happened was we all had our phones and stuff. And I had my phone inside of a plastic bag. And it rained on us really hard. It was raining so hard that our entire uniforms was soaking wet. I'm talking about so many people's phones were just messed up. So many people's phones had like water damage and stuff like that. I was like, oh my goodness. I looked at my phone and my band directors, they saw me pull a plastic bag out of my pocket and they had my phone inside, and I pulled it out after everything dried up, and everybody was like, the rain had stopped and everybody was looking around mad and stomping around and stuff. My phone was good and protected. It was protected. It was nothing wrong with my phone. I had it inside of a plastic bag, a regular like Walmart bag. It was just wrapped up in there. Because I thought about that before I even left. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're gonna have these electronic devices, have a way to protect them just in case. Because there's been times when I've been on hikes and it rained. Because remember, like I say, the weather is very unpredictable in Yellowstone. It's very unpredictable. Even if the weather forecast says 0% of rain, it can still rain on you, and hard. It can still rain on you. So I'm gonna tell you right now, like if you don't want your devices to get ruined, and you don't take that chance, bro, get like a Ziploc bag or a plastic bag, or regular grocery store bag, and put your electronic devices inside of there and put it into your pocket. I'm telling you right now, that right there will save a lot of water damage or anything like that. And a lot of you guys have a lot of expensive equipment, especially like photographers and stuff like that. So if it isn't waterproof, and if you want to, and even if your stuff is waterproof, it's nothing wrong with having an extra layer of protection. It's nothing wrong with, I'm not, even if I know my phone is waterproof, I'm not going to throw it in the pool to be like, oh, let me see if it's waterproof. No, you see what I'm saying? You're still going to protect it like as if it's not waterproof. So it's a no-brainer to be like, okay, dang, why not have something to protect the equipment that I'm bringing out here? I'm telling you right now, plastic bags, stuff like that will protect your equipment. Trust me and believe me on that. The next thing is the phone service. This right here is another one for me. Straight Talk is one of the best services you can have out there. I'm telling you right now, even I put that over Verizon. Whatever the other T-Mobile, whatever else that's out there, I put that over the other one that they really recommend. I put Straight Talk over that. I'm talking about I can walk the upper basin and all that on the phone, having an entire conversation the entire time on Straight Talk. Yes, it's called Straight Talk phone service. You can get it out of Walmart. You can buy it with the phone and all that stuff. So I'm talking like, you can either get the card with the service and just have it to your existing phone, or you can get the new phone, which I recommend get the new phone and just have the Straight Talk on that. And I'm telling you, it's a great service. Even when T-Mobile and the other one, whatever it was, Verizon was out, Straight Talk was still running. It was still running. Straight Talkers have like a really strong service out there, especially in the Old Faithful area. And even when I'm going on hikes and stuff, I still have service. I'm still able to talk on the phone and have full conversations on the phone without losing service. Like it's crazy. But I'm not saying that you won't ever lose service on Straight Talk, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's the strongest one I've seen. Because even when other people was on the other services, the other service that they recommend, I think it was T-Mobile or Verizon, I still had bars and I was still able to make calls. I was still able to communicate. So it's definitely a really, really great service. Straight Talk, that's what it's called. And the next one is off spray. Yes, off spray, because those mosquitoes, those bugs can get real out there. There's a lot of them that on the upper basin, they don't really bite like that. But sometimes like around the dorms is where I noticed, like, because on the upper basin, it wasn't really any biting insects that I've known that was out there like that, or on a lot of the hikes. Sometimes, I don't know, it's certain zones. But it's just best to be prepared. So having that off spray, that bug spray, will definitely save you a lot. I'm serious. Like, it will definitely save you to spray down, especially if you're talking about going to Mallard Lake. Even that won't even save you. That's what I've heard, because they swarm you out there. So I think you might need to go out there in like a bee suit or something like that to actually enjoy Mallard Lake those days, especially in the hot time. But when the mosquitoes are really, really out. But I heard that they're getting swarmed out there when they go to Mallard Lake. I'm not sure how they approach it, but all the stories I've heard of people going out there, they've got swarmed by mosquitoes, and this off spray didn't even work. So I'm gonna tell you that now. Just having it is very resourceful. I think I don't need to go too much into why, but yes, I've said that. The next things are headphones or earbuds. Definitely earbuds, especially when you're working. When you're working, it makes the shift go by so much smoother, having like a nice podcast in your ear that you can hear, and you just moving along working, especially like you're in housekeeping, probably dishwashing. You never know, like whatever this was, you were allowed to have one in our ear. So, you know, I'm in the housekeeping department, I'm a porter, so we can listen to things as we work and have one ear to the podcast or whatever you're listening to, your music or whatever, and another ear to your environment. So yes, we were able to do that, and I say you should take advantage of that. Having the earbuds, it can definitely make a lot of these shifts go by, and you can take in information while you're working. You can learn different things, you can listen to things. It just makes the shift go by much better. The work days went by so much worse when I used to forget my headphones and when I didn't have my headphones. But when I had the earbud, man, oh my goodness, it was such a great thing. Even though it's something so simple, but it can make the day so much better. So I'm telling you, earbuds, headphones, like the Bluetooth version, wireless, yes, while you're working, and just when you're just going about. Sometimes you might want to go for a walk or whatever. You just having them, it brings another level of nostalgia, I guess. And the next thing is first aid kit / over-the-counter medication. Yes, you will definitely need some type of first aid kit, because sometimes I'm gonna tell you right now, there's very limited medical attention that you can get there, especially like if a lot of times that medical center isn't really open a lot of times. So having a first aid kit, and sometimes when you're in the dorms and stuff, I don't really see a lot of the first aid kits like for immediate like attention. So I say like bring your own type of little kit or something, just to have something with you, some Neosporin, some other stuff like that, band-aids, you know, the works, all that stuff right there, bandages and whatever, just so you can take care of little things by yourself, as long as it's nothing like too serious or nothing, you know, something like that. And some over-counter medication, you know, some things like some Advil, some ibuprofen or something like that, just for pain. You know, you just never know, like little stuff like that will definitely get you by. You never know, you might need some cold medicine. You never know, because the weather changes so much, so people have different effects on them. So having some over-the-counter medications, instead of like waiting till get sick or something happen and you're like, dang, I need to scramble around and ask people for their medication, and you're not even sure like if their medication is expired, or you know, you just never know. You don't want to go around trying to ask for some tabs or whatever, trying to ask for some medicine, and when you don't even know where it's really coming from. Like it can be in the bottle, but some people, you just don't know. You just don't know. It's best to just get it yourself and have your own medication, so you can just be prepared just in case the storm comes or whatever. So I think it's really good. And the last and final thing for right now, and this is for my party people, because I mean, I don't smoke or drink, but I used to be a very, very heavy drinker, and I know a lot of people still going to be drinking heavily. So I got a little remedy that's going to help you guys, that's going to for the ones that usually get too drunk and they be trying to work in the morning. And I'm going to teach you kind of, because even though you're going to do it anyway, so I might as well teach you how to be able to recover from it the best. And me, since I was a daily alcoholic, I knew how to overcome the hangovers, or used to be able to extremely minimize the hangovers. So what I used to do, I used to get, you know, like a jar of pickles, a pickle jar, like a big jar of pickles. And you know, the pickle juice that's inside the jar, I would drink the pickle juice, the actual pickle juice. So you can fill up some water bottles full of that pickle juice, have it in the refrigerator or something like that. So after a heavy night of drinking, you will drink some of that pickle juice before you go to sleep. Trust and believe me on that. It restores your electrolytes and it rehydrates you at the same time. Have some water with it as well, and have some, like a loaf of bread. Eat some bread as well at the end. But you know, a lot of y'all eat pizza at the pub and stuff anyway, so I guess there's your bread. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the pickle juice works wonders. That's like the best thing that I've ever had. You can eat the actual pickles as well, but the pickle juice, drinking the pickle juice, like before you go to bed, I'm gonna tell you right now, that will help you out. And there's a lot of people that I've helped out like that as well, because they was functional alcoholics just like I was at that point in time. But that was just a little thing that I wish that I had. So hopefully this list helps out a lot of people that's going to go and work at Yellowstone Old Faithful this season or whenever time you see this. Hopefully this helps you out. And I was just glad to be able to make this video. And I appreciate you guys for staying here and watching. I hope you guys have a great season. I'm out.